Hi everyone, my name's Monique and I'm here today to show you how to apply your Jamberry nail wraps. So what you're going to need for your application, I have my mini heater here. I have a Jamberry nail prep wipe, which is really, you could also just use an alcohol swab, a rubber cuticle pusher, an orange stick, a good quality file, and a pair of, I like to use tweezers. I find it much easier to get the wrap off the plastic if I use tweezers. So I also have already my nail wraps sized for my fingers. So to size them out, you want to make sure that the wrap fits your nail properly without actually touching any sides of your cuticle at all. Because if you are touching the sides of the cuticle, or the size of your finger or any skin at all, it's not going to stick properly and you won't get a nice tight waterproof seal. So the one thing that's really important when you're applying your wraps is to make sure you do a really good nail prep. So you make sure I've washed my hands with like a dish soap, a grease cutting dish soap. Push back your cuticles with your orange stick so that they're not in the way. And then you're going to give them a good scrub with your nail wipe. Okay, so I've just turned on my heater here. I've got my tweezers and I'm going to start, and I'm going to take the corner edge of the wrap with my tweezers and peel it all the way off the plastic and hold it in front of the heater here for a few seconds. You're going to see it's going to start to get a little bit floppier when it's nice and warm. And then when you apply it, you go from cuticle to tip. And I get up close to my cuticle, but I'd like to leave a little tiny space. Trust me, no one else is going to notice. And then set it on. And then I like to push from cuticle up, out to the sides, and to the tip. Then I like to reheat it just for a few seconds and give it a good tug down on your nail. And it's going to help seal it on that tip a little bit better. And then you use your cuticle pusher here, and you're going to push down around your edges and across the top tip of your nail as well. Give another quick heat and press. And then we're going to leave that tip hanging off there until we're done the rest of our nails, so that it can cool off before we file it off, and it helps get a much better seal and a smoother tip, so because you're not filing off the gummy adhesive. It's had a chance to cool. So for the next nail, this one I'm going to do actually two wraps on the same nail. I'm going to use the grapefruit color with the white romance over top. So I've got my tweezers here and I'm peeling it right off the top, and I'm going to heat. Do the same thing. Nice and soft and floppy. Line it up right next to my cuticle here. So it's just like this, and then you're going to press from cuticle up down the middle and then out to the sides. Warm it up again, and then we're going to pull and stretch again. So it's actually quite stretchy. We use our cuticle pusher. A really good seal around the edges. Across the tip. Okay, now we're going to the thumb. I'm going to wait until this one cools. I'm going to file off the edge and then I'll apply the second wrap on top. Peeling it off, heating it up. Oops. Right close to the cuticle and lay it down, up through the middle and then off to the sides. Heat it back up. And you just pull and stretch. Some of the wraps you don't want to use too much heat, like the metallic ones, but I find that the matte ones and the glossy ones are, the more heat the better. You can heat them several times, not worrying too much about the length of heating. And there you go. So now I've got these 3 fingers with these long wraps hanging off the end. Usually I would do one full hand and then go back and file off. Some people prefer to use nail clippers and they clip off, taking a tiny little sliver of the nail with them. I like just to use a good quality file and file in at a 90-degree angle across the wrap that's hanging off here, and it will just come right off. We'll do that with all the wraps here. There we go. And I do one more heat and press with the cuticle pusher too, to make sure nothing is lifted while I was filing off the ends, concentrating mostly on the tips there. It's also a good idea, once you've applied your nail wraps, to kind of let them set up. It's not like polish where they're going to scuff or chip or anything if you are doing things after, but it's a good idea to not stick your hands in any water at all while you're doing it. Then I'm going to go back and put the lace wrap upon my one that I want to layer up. You got to prep it the same way, so give it a good swipe with the nail prep wipe. And you're just going to apply it exactly the same way over top of your wrap. Cuticle to tip. Pressing it down. I like to do my applications right before bed, so that when I'm done I crawl into bed and they've got a few hours to set up the adhesive to really cool down. And you're going to get less lifting if you do that. So now I've got this, and then you just file it off the exact same way. Pusher. And I'm all set. That's how you do the Jamberry nail wraps with the pull and stretch method. Thanks for watching.